Hello, everyone, and welcome to Super Tuesday here at Digital Charcuterie. My name is James Razili. Please, if you like superhero movies, if you like movies, dramas, comedies, action, whatever, if you like Star Wars, Ninja Turtles, give us a like and a subscribe right here. We're bringing you new shows every single day. It's a good time here. Love talking with you. Love hearing your comments down below. Please feel free, write whatever you want down below. I'll respond. Let me know if there's anything you want to hear me talk about in the world of superhero news next Tuesday. We got it. If anything breaks, we do stories on that while they break. We're going to be doing reviews. Things are starting to roll out now in the month of March and going forward here at Digital Charcuterie. So thanks so much. And let's get Super Tuesday started. A lot to talk about today. The state of the DCEU. Big topic. I've done a few videos on that. I love superhero movies. I enjoy most of the DCEU. I know a lot of people do not, and they're in trouble. It's not a good place to be right now. We're going to talk Avengers Infinity War and Spider-Man Homecoming 2. Villain revealed. We'll find out. Here we go. Let's kick things off with the DCEU. Word dropped last week. I did a video with Josh from the Den of Nerds where we talked about word that John Campea let out of film pundit John Campea on his YouTube channel, where he spoke about knowing 100% for certain that news was going to break of the DCEU that would piss off everybody. Now, as of recording this, no one has speculated correctly what that news is, which is mind-boggling. When I did the video with Josh, we were trying to figure out what it could be, and there's maybe the DCEU will crumble and they'll just focus on standalones. The Wrap wrote a thing about how Matt Reeves might not be doing Batman, and Matt Reeves said, no, I'm doing Batman, and then the Wrap reported that he was doing Batman. So no one quite knows what the hell is going on in this DCEU shit show, basically. But what is known is apparently word is getting out right now that the balance of the DCEU, Aquaman's coming out, Wonder Woman's coming, Shazam's coming, but the balance of it all really hinders on the Batman, on Matt Reeves The Batman film. Nightwing is said to be on the back burner, and Batgirl, who knows what's going on with Batgirl, but this is where their heads are at right now. They want to see how the Batman does in terms of box office success and critical acclaim, I'd imagine. And so that's where they are right now. Matt Reeves obviously said that he's still working on it, and he's working away. They're not giving him carte blanche on it like they did with Christopher Nolan for his trilogy, reportedly, but they are letting him take his time and tell the story properly. Now, rumors are coming out what the story could be, and a fan tweeted to Zack Snyder after watching Batman v Superman. I don't know if you saw this, but in the Batcave there is a motorcycle, and the fan said, couldn't help but notice, is this Robin, aka Jason Todd's motorcycle? And Zack Snyder said, I like to think, he said that it was, and he likes to think that Batman just could not get rid of it because of the emotions that it brought to him. And then another fan ended up taking that and kind of speculating what Jason Todd would look like and whatnot, and now rumors are running that, and I don't know if you remember this, but word came I think about a few months ago, and the word was that the Red Hood could be the villain in the Batman standalone film, which ties in with the motorcycle. We know that Zack Snyder's DCEU Batman had a Robin. We know Nightwing's going to be a movie, so we know Dick Grayson is out there somewhere. But then he also had a Robin who was murdered by the Joker. And in Suicide Squad, we get so much from Harley Quinn's little blurb at the side. We know that a Robin was killed. And if this is the case, and the Batman takes place before Batman v Superman, before Justice League, then we could get a younger Batman, and in that we can get a Jason Todd. And Jason Todd, we could be shown, either the villain of that movie could be the Red Hood itself, and then we'll learn who Jason Todd is through flashbacks. They could do something cool like that with the timelines and linear storytelling and what non-linear storytelling and whatnot, and just kind of really delve into that. And you could tell a really unique, cool story with the villain being a character who dies and you don't really know what's going on. I mean, the only downfall is comic book fans will know what's going on. So whether or not that's the case, I don't know. It's kind of exciting right now because, you know, the one thing with Warner Brothers is it always lies on Batman. The animated films, it's Batman. Everything's Batman-centric. Batman sells. They feel like as long as Batman is in something, they're bulletproof. And Justice League proved that that's not the case. Batman is in Justice League. And that movie did not do well at all. It was a bomb. It was a bomb. Whether you like it or not, it was a bomb. And so right now, the fact that the whole DCEU lies on the balance of the Batman film is curious to me, knowing that Wonder Woman is really your go-to. Wonder Woman is a surefire hit. The second one, there's no way the second one's not going to make a boatload of cash on arrival. There's just no way that's not going to happen. Aquaman, I know a lot of people like Aquaman and Justice League. We'll have to wait for a trailer for that one. Promo material is starting to arrive. If you've seen Brazilian teaser poster came out, it looks so much like the Aquaman from Entourage, the logo. But I guess that's really just Aquaman's logo. So there you go. You can't argue too much on that one. But Batman, things are hindering on Batman. Do you guys think that's a good idea? Do you want to see Red Hood as the villain? Matt Reeves, I'm 100% confident in Matt Reeves. I loved Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn, I will say, was better than War. War had, I thought, a bit of a weak ending. If you haven't seen it, I won't really spoil that. But that's where I am on this. What do you guys think? Matt Reeves the right guy for this? Should DCU worry about the Batman film, or should they just let Wonder Woman... Wonder Woman replays Batman. Just let Wonder Woman tell the stories because she's the one that everybody was finally going to go see at the box office. One movie that's going to have no problems at the box office is the Avengers Infinity War. Black Panther, I finally saw it on Saturday. Absolutely enjoyed it to a T. It was great fun from beginning to end. The characters were great. And then, you obviously have the connection with the Avengers Infinity War. And this movie just keeps making money. Black Panther keeps making money. They've moved up the date of the Avengers Infinity War a week, as all of you probably know. It comes out in April now, which is massive. And the question is, how big is Avengers Infinity War going to be? There are people speculating that Black Panther will make more money than Avengers Infinity War. I first thought that's hard to believe. And then you think about it, and I can't remember how much Age of Ultron made. But it was a somewhat disappointment compared to some other ones, and it wasn't growing. It wasn't growing. Civil War obviously crushed it. But so now you have Black Panther coming out and absolutely demolishing the box office, and I'm really curious to see what the TV spots for Infinity War will be, if they will show more Black Panther in them to try to grow like that audience, just try to be like, hey, you like that? In a month, 2 months, you're going to get this one. How about this one? And the other smart thing with coming out in April now is there's distance between you and Deadpool and you and Solo. And, Avengers is going to make more than both of those movies. That's true. And it's going to be harder for Deadpool to make the money that Avengers makes because of the R rating, though we know Deadpool can make a lot of money based on the first one. People might buy tickets for Avengers to go see Deadpool. But now it spreads that out just a little bit, gives them that extra week cushion, kind of breathe. I mean, that even helps out Deadpool and Solo in a way where now it's like, okay, there's that extra week. People have already seen it. Let's move on. But then if you look at the months after that, like May, those are really the only two movies that anything happens. Then you have Jurassic World 2 in June and Incredibles 2 in June. And so Avengers comes out. It'll dominate for a few weeks. Deadpool will most likely take the throne. And then Solo might not dethrone Deadpool. It probably will, but it might not. So Avengers will stay probably top 3 for a month and a half or so until Jurassic World 2, and then Jurassic World 2 will come. The question is, where after those weeks, after the first weekend of Solo, second weekend of Solo, does Solo drop, does Deadpool drop, and does Avengers come back on top? And really this depends on the quality of the movie. If the movie is as good as they have been, as good as we can all speculate that it will be, you could imagine a scenario where Avengers jumps back on top of those movies. I think it's a little bit highly unlikely at this point, but you're looking, Avengers is probably going to make easily over $1 billion, but it's going to be tough because July comes with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Skyscraper with The Rock, Mission Impossible Fallout, Mamma Mia 2, and then 3 smaller ones. You got the first Purge, so the 4th Purge movie, Teen Titans Go, so a kids movie, and Hotel Transylvania 3, another kids movie. This is where the Avengers Reign of Terror, if it happens to stop, will stop. Obviously, Jurassic World and Incredibles will take over for that one, but it'll still be around. It'll probably be top 5 until the end of June, if it's really good. Top 5, 6 until the end of June, and then this month is just crushing blows. But Mission Impossible doesn't seem to be getting the buzz. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man's a great movie. Will it benefit from the Avengers? Is the Avengers going to trade off tickets with Ant-Man and the Wasp? They're going to be like, okay, let's tag team. Boom, you're in. Let's go. Is that how it's going to be? I mean, this is only a 2-month gap in between, or I guess a 3-month now, but 2 and a bit. But this is a huge movie. 2 months later, a big movie. Because of Ant-Man, as much as it made it, and I really love it. I thought Ant-Man was a surprise to me. I absolutely loved Ant-Man. But will that trade-off happen? Are people going to... There's also the fatigue factor. People are going to be like, okay, just saw Black Panther. Just saw Avengers. Just saw Deadpool. Just saw Incredibles 2, which is kind of a superhero movie. Are they going to be like, I need a break? And is Ant-Man going to suffer because of that? Either way, I think Avengers Infinity War, we're going to look at, I'm going to say 1.7 billion. It'd be nice to see a top 2. It would definitely be nice to see a top 2 billion, but why not 1? But that's huge for the summer, I think. 1.7. It's probably over. I'm probably way over. Let's go on to our final topic today. Spider-Man Homecoming. If you watch my top 10, you know that I made my top 10 list. I like Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. I liked Homecoming a lot. It wasn't my favorite Spider-Man movie. Wasn't my least favorite either, though. I do like it a lot. Rumors are speculating Black Panther, again, great film. Michael B. Jordan, fantastic villain in that one. Killmonger, great character. Great arc also. But Ryan Coogler said in an interview, I think about 2 months ago, he wanted Kraven the Hunter to be the villain in the Black Panther. He said it was one of his favorite villains. He really wanted to put him in. And then he said the way the Black Panther movie worked out, it's probably better. But he did not use Kraven the Hunter because Marvel said, you can't touch him. We've got plans for him. Could the plans for him be Spider-Man 2? They used the Vulture in the first Homecoming. And the mistake, that Amazing Spider-Man might have done was they went right back to Green Goblin, and they used Electro and they used Rhino, and you're like, okay, cool, villains that we haven't seen in other live-action films before. But then they're like, oh, Green Goblin, we got to throw in Green Goblin. And yeah, Green Goblin's nice to have in there, and Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn are nice pieces to have in your universe. But why go back to the well? Why they're using the well, but why go back to it? You have a plethora of amazing villains. Spider-Man, for me, arguably has the best villains in Marvel. He has the most interesting villains. He has the Sinister Six, obviously. Why not go back? And I think Kraven the Hunter makes a lot of sense, and who Kraven is. And Kraven now, and look, they start shooting in June of this year, Homecoming 2 in June. So you get the feeling that the script was already done. But I'm speculating Tony Stark is going to bite the bullet in Avengers Infinity War. We know that Robert Downey Jr. will not be in Homecoming. I think his death is going to play a huge part in Homecoming. And I think if you have Kraven the Hunter in it, this gives you a chance to bring in the Black Panther. Marvel, they have these test audiences. They know how, they have the tracking numbers. They know how it's going to do. I know that the Black Panther probably surpassed a lot of that and whatnot. But you think the Black Panther is your new hero. He's bringing you into the next phase of the MCU. Have him team up with Spider-Man, who's a surefire hit. And even if you didn't know that Black Panther was going to be a surefire hit, put him with Spider-Man. Now you've got 2 heavy hitters in a movie together against a truly unique villain who is not too dissimilar from the Black Panther in how he gets his powers and whatnot. He's a fantastic villain. I would love to see him in the MCU. I think we're going to get him in the MCU. We're going to get him in the MCU regardless. I'm really hoping it happens in Homecoming 2. That's my plan. I loved Homecoming 1. I'm glad that the team's back to be doing it. Same director on board. Tom Holland, fantastic, obviously. And Tom Holland in Venom. This is so awesome. Can't wait to see what happens there. That's a question. It sounds like Marvel owns Kraven, but does Sony have a hand in Kraven? And if that's so, then I think Homecoming is where you really want to put him. But would you guys be down for seeing Kraven in Homecoming 2, Black Panther in Homecoming 2? What other MCU characters would you like to see in Homecoming 2? It obviously depends on who survives Infinity War. But that's it for this week's Super Tuesday. I'm James Rosile. This is Digital Charcuterie. Once again, give us a like and a subscribe. It really helps us out here. We're here doing Super Tuesday every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, ciao for now.